So before I get into this video, I just want to let you guys know that I have read 9 books in October of 2020. That is incredible for me. I'm so pleased with myself. I set myself this goal and I reached it. And the books that I have read, 2 of them have been physical reads, 3 of them have been Kindle books, and 4 of them have been audiobooks. And these novels, the titles of these books include The Carpet People, The Legends of Sleepy Hollow, Clown in the Cornfield, Rosemary's Baby, Mr. Begone, Binti, Red Dragon, Revival, and what I will be reviewing today, Cabal. And yes, I know that I am uploading this on a day that's not Monday or Friday when I usually upload videos, but yesterday we had some construction work going on in our back garden and it was causing some noise, and it was a bit of a pain to try to record this, so I am uploading it on Halloween, and this will be my Halloween video. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is David. If you are new here, hi, welcome, and if you have been watching my channel for a while now, welcome back. So the novel that I will be reviewing today is Cabal by Clive Barker, or Cabal. I'm not entirely sure about how to pronounce it, but throughout this video I will be referring to this novel as Cabal. This was the third novel that I've read by Clive Barker. I've become obsessed with his work ever since I read The Hellbound Heart, which I did a review on, so please check that out. It will be down below in the description. And his work is so mind-blowing, his imagination is so creative, and the way he writes is so mind-blowing, and yeah, it's really a joy and a pleasure to read his work. It's kind of like reading, it's actually kind of like when you go into like a haunted house, but transfer that experience into a novel, and that is what Clive Barker's work is. Well, I mean, to me anyway. So apart from The Hellbound Heart, I have also read Mr. Begone, which I did as a collaboration with Pygmy Puff Reads. Again, that will be down in the description down below. It was a fairly recent review and video I did, so it was really enjoyable, and the book was really fun and enjoyable too, but it had its faults, but overall I enjoyed it. So as you can imagine, after reading 2 Clive Barker novels that I really enjoyed and had fun with, I was extremely looking forward to diving into yet another of his novels, Cabal. So before I got into this book, I pretty much didn't know anything about it. I went into it pretty much blind. I think I might have known that it might have something to do with demons, but I wasn't sure about what the story was all about. And this novel was originally published in 1988. And I'm pretty sure that this is Clive Barker's 3rd or 4th novel. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's his 3rd novel. There is also a movie based on this novel called Nightbreed. I have recently got it on Blu-ray, and this version has the theatrical cut as well as the director's cut, which is about 20 minutes longer. I believe that the studio had was interfering with this film a lot, and because Clive Barker both directed and wrote the movie of Nightbreed, he was kind of told what to do, and loads of his original film was cut and he released the director's cut. This will be the version that I will be watching tonight, and I'm so excited. It looks really cool. I will put the trailer down below in the description, so please check that out. The movie was originally released on the 16th of February 1990, and as I said, Clive Barker directed and wrote the movie. The theatrical cut is about 102 minutes, and depending about what version you get with the director's cut, well, my one is 120 minutes, but it can differ, I hear, from length. And it was and the budget of this film was $11 million. But in the box office it only made just short of that, which is 8.9 million. So before I get into this video, I just want to say my usual things here. Spoiler-free video, guys. Not going to spoil anything about this novel. I don't think I could, even if I tried. And because this is a very complex story. And also, this is going to be my own thoughts and opinions regarding this book. Please remember that, guys, especially if you're a Clive Barker fan. Cabal for me was extremely tricky and difficult to understand. It's a very complex story, and it's one that I feel that I have to read numerous times in order to understand and appreciate it. But I did enjoy it in the most part, or in parts. But I will go through that in more detail in my likes and dislikes section. And also the genre of this book, I'm pretty sure it's classified as horror, but I personally saw it as a supernatural fantasy novel with horror elements scattered throughout. This isn't a very scary book, guys, but even though it does involve demons and devils and monsters, it's not scary, it's not frightening, but it is in places, if that makes sense. So what's the story of Cabal all about? It opens up by introducing us to our main character called Boone. Boone is a full-grown man, and he has been accused of being a serial killer and committing all these murders, which he doesn't have any recollection in doing. He actually can't remember committing these murders. Boone is he appears to be a very nice guy, but he is mentally unstable. He's not insane. He's a bit crazy, but aren't we all? But he is mentally unstable, and he's a little bit funny in the head. But so we see him sitting in a room, and his psychologist called Decker is sitting with him, and Decker is talking to Boone, telling him that he has been accused to being this serial killer and committing these murders, and Decker tries to convince Boone to turn himself in, that's the right thing to do, and he tries to maybe push Boone into maybe doing the right thing, and so shortly after that, Boone gets into an accident, and he goes to a mystical city called Midian. Midian is a city that he has dreamt of in his head, and Midian is a semi-real place in the book itself. It is a big city which resides underneath a real-life cemetery in the real world, and it's a place where monsters and demons and I presume people can go to that have done maybe bad things, where they can go and they can be forgiven for their sins and all the bad things that they've done, and they can find some sort of sanctuary and some form of peace as well. So the monsters and demons that live in Midian are called the Nightbreeds, which the movie is called. The Nightbreeds are, as I said, demons, and they are what they are. I mean, that's what the demons are called that are living in Midian. I'm pretty sure that's what the Nightbreed are. Let me know down in the comments if I'm wrong with that. I might be. So after a accident that Boone has, as I said, he ends up in Midian, and he I won't sugarcoat it, he dies, and this pretty much happens at the beginning of the book, so it's not really a spoiler. And we find out that Boone's girlfriend, called Laurie, is trying to find out what happened to Boone, and I'm pretty sure she goes to Decker and asks him his opinion, and has a chat with him about her boyfriend Boone. And she wants to find out ultimately what happened to Boone on that night. She goes to the site where he was killed, and tries to put all the jigsaw pieces together and try to make sense of it. Laurie is in my opinion, she's a very weak character. She is very dependent on Boone, and her whole story is just her trying to find Boone, and ultimately she ends up in Midian, where she has encounters with all these demons and or the Nightbreed that live in Midian. And we also find out that there is a strange serial killer that is called Buttonface. He wears this strange sack over his face that is very tight. It's kind of like a skin tight mask. and he has got buttons for eyes, and he's got a zipper where his mouth is. The killer's name is called Buttonface. We don't really know if Buttonface is a member of the Nightbreeds, or whether he is a real life person that is committing all these murders, because he is committing murders in this book, guys. He has a knife and he is killing people. But we find out that the individual, I won't say who it is, but you find out pretty much in the first third of the book who Buttonface's identity is. But we find out that the true identity of Buttonface and the mask itself that this person wears is two separate people. The mask itself has a consciousness and it talks to its wearer and it gets into his head. It's kind of like a telepathy where the mask talks and it projects all of what it says into the killer's mind. And it's kind of like Gollum and Smeagol, but in more of a telepathic way. It's a very interesting way to actually do it, and I enjoy that section of this book as well. So that is the basic story or of what I can understand of this novel. It is written in a good way. It's not written in a complex way, but where it falls for me is the characters. It has so many characters, and I got lost a lot by all these different characters. I didn't know who this person was, or who this person was, or if people were having or if this group of people were having a chat with each other or a confrontation. I didn't know who was who, or who was the good guys and who was the bad guys, because in this book, what Clive Barker has done is something really interesting and something that I liked in this book. He made the demons and his monsters that you would think that would be evil. He actually made the demons in this book the good guys and the humans the bad guys, and that is a very interesting take in it for me, because when you think about it, you shouldn't really judge a book by its cover. You shouldn't judge someone by their appearance, and I think that's what Clive Barker has actually done in this novel. And but as I said, it has so many characters, and I was extremely lost in this. I didn't know who was who. I didn't know who was the good guys, who was the bad guys. I didn't know who to care for, or who to root for, or who to all that stuff, guys. This book does have some erotic scenes in it. There is a scene where Boone and Laurie have sex in a prison cell, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's a prison cell, and it goes on for about a page or two, and it's extremely detailed, and so that's that. It does drag a lot. I do not know if this is the case where you have to watch the movie of Nightbreed first before you read the book, because I don't know if this is the case for this book where you have to watch the movie that the book is based on and then read the book to have a better understanding. Because if I watch Nightbreed, it might make me more familiar with these characters and their names and who they are, and where they stand in the movie as a whole. And when I read the book again, because I will read this book again, guys, it's not terrible, but most of it actually went completely over my head, and I didn't really understand what was going on at the time, or half the time. It's not that I didn't like it. I didn't hate this book by any means. It was extremely enjoyable to read, but the characters' names, I didn't really know who to attach their names to, and also in the second and from the second third of the book, the name of Boone and Laurie disappeared from the book. I didn't know what happened to them. I don't know if when you go to Midian, or if you end up in Midian, you get a brand new name that the demons call you, or the Nightbreed call you, or your Nightbreed name. I'm pretty sure that's what happened in this book, but it didn't really make it that clear about what Boone's possible new name was, or Laurie's possible new name was. So so that's my take on it, really. So now I come to my section of this video where I tell you guys what I liked and what I disliked about this novel. First, the likes. I liked the main concept of the story. I liked it how the demons were the good guys and the humans were the bad guys, because the humans and the Nightbreeds, I think they have kind of a confrontation in this where they have kind of like a battle, and that was kind of cool. I listened to it on audio. I will put a link down below, so in case you want to listen to it. It was extremely, some of it was enjoyable to actually listen to. So I liked that aspect. I liked the whole concept of this strange city residing underneath this real cemetery, and it's a really big cemetery, guys, in the real world. And I like the character of Boone, I guess, and Decker, and Buttonface was cool, but Buttonface wasn't really in this book that much, and if he was, maybe he had a name change, I'm not entirely sure. So now I come to my dislikes. What I didn't like about this book is how much it dragged for me personally on, because this is the first time I've actually read this book, guys. Most of it went completely over my head. It's not that I didn't like the way it was written. I actually liked Clive Barker's writing style and how he writes his books, and this book was really, this book was the same. Where it fell down for me, as I said, is the characters. I didn't know who to care for, or I didn't know who to about where to place the characters in my mind, and it does drag a lot for me as well. But maybe on the rereads, I might enjoy this a bit better, especially after I watch the movie Nightbreed and give this a reread. Maybe I'll appreciate it and like it a bit better. So, closing thoughts for Cabal by Clive Barker. Listen, guys, I am a massive fan of Clive Barker. Ever since I read his novel, The Hellbound Heart, I have been instantly hooked on his work. Never before have I just read one 100-page book and I've said to myself, yep, I want to buy every book of his and read every single thing that guy has ever written. And I want to get all his works on my Kindle, apart from his first book, the Damnation Game, which you cannot get on Kindle, so I've got to get it in a physical copy. Yeah, I don't actually mind doing that. But the way he writes stories is so imaginative. I was telling one of my friends that it's it's incredible how he writes his story. Especially this story. How did he get the ideas? Did he have a series of nightmares and bad dreams, and he woke up and he wrote down all of his thoughts from these nightmares that he had? It's incredible. His imagination is so vast and big, and he is such a great author to me because he writes stuff that I feel that not a lot of authors nowadays would actually write about demons in a good way, because especially in movies nowadays where or in TV series where monsters are portrayed as being the bad guys and humans being the good guys, but in this novel they kind of switched over. That was really interesting to me. As I said I'm a fan of Clive Barker's work, but I want to rephrase that because I watched a video of him doing an interview where he said that he classified his fans as being his readers. So I am a reader of Clive Barker's work, and I will continue being a reader of his work. This hasn't put me off for actually reading Clive Barker's work by any means. I'm not put off by his work. This book is just one of them books from an author that I've come across and I haven't enjoyed that much. I'm a massive Stephen King fan. I've read 43 books of his, and he is my favourite author. And do you think out of them 43 books, they've all been 5-star books for me? No, they haven't, guys. Some of them I've actually haven't really enjoyed that much. Probably even less than I did Cabal, or Cabal rather. And so don't watch this and think that I am bashing this book. I'm not. It's just a book that went over my head the first time I read it, but I am willing to give it a reread, and I'm very eager to actually do so. So when it comes to if you should read Cabal as your first Clive Barker book, I would say maybe start where I started with the Hellbound Heart, and maybe give Mr. Begone a try. But when you go into this book, know that it's going to be very weird. Know that you have to focus on it completely. If you listen to an audio, you have to focus on it and like block out all the noise and distractions around you. That's what I felt that was the best thing to actually do. So yeah, that is my closing thoughts for this novel. So what do I rate Cabal by Clive Barker? Well, currently on my first read through of this novel, I know I might upset a couple of hardcore fans by Clive Barker, but I want to be completely honest and truthful with you guys. I am going to give Cabal by Clive Barker currently 2.5 stars out of 5, but possibly on a reread that might bump up to possibly 3 or maybe 3.5 stars, who actually knows. So that's it guys, that is my review on Cabal by Clive Barker. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a massive like, comment down below, let me know if you have read this book, if you've enjoyed it, if you haven't enjoyed it, if you had the same experience as me when you first read it and it was a bit confusing at times. And yeah, let's have a chat about it down in the comments. As I said, as I say, if you do talk about it in the comments, make sure that it's spoiler free. And if you have enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. I upload videos every Monday and Friday. I really want to take this time to thank everyone that subscribes to my channel or has done so recently and continues to watch my videos, gives them likes, comments, all that nice stuff. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, guys. Thank you so much. And if there is a specific novel by Clive Barker that you want me to read and review on my channel, please comment down below and let me know what book by Clive Barker you would like me to review. And the one with the most votes for, I will be reading next. So that sounds like a good thing to actually do. So yeah, comment down below, let me know what book you want me to read next by Clive Barker. So yeah, so like, comment, subscribe. If you do subscribe, click on the bell notification button, just so you know whenever I upload videos. And yeah, do whatever you want to do, guys. And with all that said, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep reading. And I will see you in my next video.